Good evening to all pro wrestling fans of all shapes and sizes from all around the world. Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, doubleheader review time. So for this video, I'm first going to give my review of Stardom, the Conversion, and then I'm going to finish off giving my review of Ice Ribbon's Ribbon After the Rain 2024. So, two big shows that happened over the course of this past weekend. Excuse me. So, going to go over the matches. There's quite a lot to say. Quite a lot to say. So, without further ado, let's start off with Stardom, the Conversion. This took place on June 22nd at the Yoyogi National Gymnasium in Tokyo, Japan. And I have to say, for some, got very emotional. I'll explain why. But let's go ahead and jump right into the matches. Starting off with the first match, which was technically the pre-show match. Alright, they had Rian, rookie Rian, taking on Oedo Tai's Fukigen Death. Wasn't a long match. I think it might have been maybe 4 or 5 minutes long, but it wasn't a long match. Rian did a little bit of something, but like I said, being that it wasn't a long match, there's not really a whole lot I can say. But Fukigen Death got the victory via pinfall with the Okana roll. Like I said, short match. Not really much to say. So, but yeah, that was the one pre-show match. All right, now let's get into the main card. And the main card started off with a ginormous banger. Check it out. Okay. Starting off the main card, we had the Goddess of Stardom Championships on the line. A battle within the Stars faction, as we have the champs Hazuki, Koguma, known as Fukuoka Double Crazy, defending against the coming off a successful defense of the New Blood Tag Team Championships, Gori, made up of Iida and Hanan. This match was phenomenal. Quite a showdown within the Stars ranks between these two excellent champion tag teams. It was back and forth, and both teams really showcased how great they are and why they are both why both teams are champs. I mean, just amazing. Amazing chemistry between both teams. And like I said, I know they're both teams are in the same faction, but still, they put on a tag team clinic. I'm going to go ahead and say this. Like, the match was excellent. The match was excellent. Back and forth. The match was excellent. But I'm going to go ahead and say this. Right now, currently, I believe that Fukuoka Double Crazy is one of the best female tag teams in the world. Currently. I truly believe excuse me, I truly believe these two are one of a kind. Hazuki, Koguma, this team knows how to deliver, knows how to cook, knows how to put on a spectacular match, regardless of who their opponents are. Now, they had excellent opponents in Wing Gori, but still. And they're in their third, don't forget, they're in their third Goddess of Stardom tag title reign. Not to mention, have won a Goddess of Stardom tag league as well. I truly believe that Fukuoka Double Crazy is capable of having a legendary run with these tag titles. As a matter of fact, let me actually see which team has the longest reign. I'm very curious. I'm very curious. Here we go. Title reigns. So it looks like I wanna say Thunder Rock has probably had the titles the longest. Let me just confirm. Yeah, I was right. So Thunder Rock, which is Io Sky, Mayu Iwatani, still hold the record for longest reign with the Goddess of Stardom championships. And not to mention, they have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 successful defenses of said titles. Now, Fukuoka Double Crazy's longest reign was their second reign at 108 days. Personally, I would not be mad if Fukuoka Double Crazy surpassed Thunder Rock's title reign. I would love to see it, personally. I would love to see it. Because Fukuoka Double Crazy is just that awesome of a tag team. They're that awesome of a tag team. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Now, as far as the match, Koguma got the pin on Iida after hitting a diving splash. But Fukuoka Double Crazy, they might as well be like my female version of the Motor City Machine Guns, and y'all know that's my favorite tag team of all time. But like the chemistry, the synergy between Hazuki and Koguma. That's why I'm not surprised that they're 3-time tag champs. Not surprised at all. And I think they could have a legendary run with this third run. I do. Like I said, I would love to see them surpass Thunder Rock. I would love to see that. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, Fukuoka Double Crazy with successful title defense. Very good, very good. All right, let's move on to our next match. Singles competition. Check it out. All right, singles match between Starlight Kid and Mei Seira. Two ladies very familiar with each other, two high-speed specialists, and they really got off to quite an excellent start with the high-speed showcase. But yeah, very enjoyable match from start to finish. Of course, these two are going to deliver. Starlight Kid was able to get the victory. It took 2 tiger suplexes to put away Mei Seira. But great match from start to finish. Both ladies, awesome. And then something very unique happened after the match. So after the match, Starlight Kid took off one of her forearm pads, or forearm sleeves or whatnot, to reveal forearm wrist tape, very similar to the forearm wrist tape that Mei Seira likes to wear, and it had some characters on there. So she revealed that wrist tape to Mei Seira, and then she whispered something into her ear, who then Mei Seira went and whispered something into Suzu Suzuki's ear, who was there ringside. So I'm just like, interesting. Interesting little segment there between Starlight Kid, Mei Seira, and including Suzu Suzuki. You know, it was something that caught my attention. I was just like, I should keep my eyes out for that, because that was unique. That was very unique. But anyway, Starlight Kid with the victory. All right. Let's go to our next match. All right. Tag team. Here we go. All right. We had a showdown between EXV and Cosmic Angels. So we had the team of EXV's Mina, Shirakawa, and HANAKO taking on Cosmic Angels' Yuna, Mizumori, and Natsupoi. Overall, pretty good match. Definitely, I definitely like the back and forth between HANAKO and Natsupoi. I thought that was pretty entertaining. But overall, pretty good match. Can't say that I really had much to complain for. I didn't really see much bad in this match. I thought overall, pretty solid match. But Mina Shirakawa got the victory, pinning Yuna Mizumori after hitting her with the glamorous driver Mina. So, good showcase there. And even Mina Shirakawa, after her match, got on camera and was like, I will be the new AEW Women's World Champion. So, you know, shout out to Timeless Toni Storm, which Forbidden Door is this upcoming weekend. So, got a lot to look forward to there. We'll see if Mina Shirakawa can end up doing it and add another championship to her collection, because remember, she's also 1/3 of the current Artists of Stardom champions. All right. Let's go to the next match. Here we go. From tag team match to trios. All right, so this trios match, we had Cosmic Angels versus God's Eye. So for Cosmic Angels, we had the leader Tam Nakano, Aya Sakura, and Sayaka Kurara taking on God's Eye, made up of Saki Kashima, Ranna Yagami, and the reunited Tomoka Inaba. So even though Ranna Yagami and Tomoka Inaba had their showdown on New Blood 13, they are reunited for this tag team match. And, you know, shout out to Tomoka Inaba. Looks like she's still part of God's Eye. So definitely happy to see that. I know it's been a while, but it's good to see her back in Stardom and teaming up with her stablemates. So yeah, Tomoka Inaba's still officially part of God's Eye, so that's really cool. Anyway, the match was good. The match was definitely good. Like I said, I'm really enjoying the chemistry between Sayaka Kurara and Aya Sakura. I do hope to see those two ladies team up more. Even though they weren't able to win the New Blood Tag Team Championships at New Blood 13, they still put up an excellent effort. I really like what I've been seeing from them. Definitely loving the chemistry between Ranna Yagami and Tomoka Inaba. And they really did the do. Especially more so than Saki Kashima, which, we have to remember Saki Kashima is still kind of a coward in God's Eye. But, she has her moments. She does have her moments. Had a pretty funny finish. A really funny finish. As Tomoka Inaba hit the running PK on Aya Sakura. And Saki Kashima was still down and out. So she did that, and she picked up and dragged Saki Kashima onto Aya Sakura for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Saki Kashima gets the victory for God's Eye. It was just a really funny finish. But, Tomoka Inaba, Ranna Yagami did most of the work. But hey, all's well ended well. And God's Eye picks up the victory. So, dang, 2 back-to-back losses for Cosmic Angels. Ugh, not a good look. Not a good look. Alright, let's go on to our next match. And this next match was very entertaining. Very entertaining. Check it out. So, we had a very special showcase tag team match between Stars and God's Eye. You had Stars made up of Mayu Iwatani and Momo Kohgo, so Peach Rock, but featuring Anna Hirai, who played as Mayu Iwatani in the Runaway Wrestler movie. They teamed up to take on God's Eye's Syuri and Amisore. Now, of course, both Mayu Iwatani and Anna Hirai were rocking the same wrestling gear. Momo Kohgo was rocking her business suit, the same business suit that she wore in the Runaway Wrestler movie. Syuri came out dressed as Kagetsu, just like how she played in the movie. And then Amisore, she had a very interesting gear and had those big brown, like spiky soap looking things. I forgot what they're called. But yeah, this match was pretty entertaining. And there were even times where Anna Hirai did a little something, did some spots in this match, which of course, her and Mayu pretty much looked the same. They were rocking the same gear. So, like I said, it was just a very special showcase, entertaining match from start to finish. And, even Syuri used Blue Mist on Mayu Iwatani, so that was a pretty interesting spot. But kudos to Momo Kohgo being able to do all the high flying and such in that business suit. So shout out to Momo Kohgo. But very entertaining match, definitely back and forth, very enjoyable. Ended in a time limit draw. I did not think it was going to end in a time limit draw, but you know what? I think that's a good call. I think that was a good call. And shout out to Anna Hirai. Did really well for her moments that she had some spots in this match. She did good. She did really good. And like I said, I hope that I do at some point get a chance to see the Runaway Wrestler movie, because I'm very curious and interested. But overall, this was just a fun showcase match. I don't think it would have mattered who won, but it was great. It was really great. Okay, now we're going to really go into the big profile matches, including 2 title matches, to finish off this card. I know we had 1 title match to kick off the main card, but these next 3 matches really finished the card strong. Also, shout out to Tam Nakano, who joined on special guest commentary for the rest of the show. Okay. Next up is the big one that many fans have been waiting for. Check it out. Here we go. This is the big, humongous loser leaves unit elimination match. The showdown between Queen's Quest and Oedo Tai. So, your competitors representing Queen's Quest: leader Sayaka Mitani, Azumi, Hina, Miyu Amasaki, and Lady C. Representing Oedo Tai: leader Natsuko Tora, Momo Watanabe, Ruoka, Tekla, and Rina. Now remember, the key thing to this, which was in the contract, the last person of the faction that gets pinned, everyone else on that team has to leave that faction. That's the catch with this. That's the catch. So, yeah. And this got really, really interesting throughout the match. Very interesting. But one thing that I've really started to notice, especially when it comes to Stardom, let's keep it real. Elimination matches aren't really elimination matches in Stardom, and probably not even in New Japan Pro Wrestling either. Because it really doesn't make sense to call a match an elimination match when you get pinned or submitted. You're not eliminated because you don't go to the back. You're still out there. You're still interfering. So it's like the whole concept doesn't really line up. It's like, are you really eliminated? Because the thing is, the ref doesn't do anything about it. The ref doesn't do anything about it. So it's like, I don't know. Is it really an elimination match? You know, if you want to be technical. I'm just saying. Okay. Now let me go over the order of eliminations. So, first off, Tekla eliminated Lady C by pinfall. She hit her with that double arm kind of twisting DDT she likes to do. Then Rina pinned Miyu Amasaki after hitting her with the Pink Devil. So 2 back-to-back eliminations there for Oedo Tai. And then Hina ended up pinning Rina. So she eliminated her sister. Then Ruoka eliminates Hina over the top rope. Because, you know, in this match you can get eliminations by pinfall, submission, or toss over the top rope. So Ruoka eliminates Hina over the top rope. Then Azumi was able to pin Ruoka, you know, bust out the Azumi Sushi. Same thing with her eliminating Tekla. So Azumi got 2 back-to-back eliminations there, so a big boost there for Queen's Quest. And then Azumi and Momo Watanabe got eliminated at the same time over the top rope, as they were already on the apron, and pretty much Azumi did the Torbellino on Momo Watanabe, and they both dropped off the apron. So both eliminated at the same time. So With that being said, it came down to Natsuko Tora and Sayaka Kamatani, who were the two leaders still left in this match. Now, this is where it got really interesting. So we got a spot where it looked like Momo Watanabe was going to deck Sayaka Kamatani with the baseball bat, and she ends up using it on Natsuko Tora. Now, with this happening, it pretty much showed Momo helping out Saya. Maybe she is going back with Queen's Quest. And then everybody on Queen's Quest got on the same page. And the thing is, you know, folks in Oedo Tai, even after being eliminated, were still interfering in the match. So Queen's Quest did the same thing. And Azumi, even with a whole bunch of mist in the face, still did her best. And even Momo Watanabe teaming up with Sayaka Kamatani to do some attacks together, to do some damage. You know, looking like Momo's sided with Saya is going to help her win this thing. And all of a sudden, we get the exact same chair spot where Momo Watanabe turned on Azumi, did the exact same spot, and decking Sayaka Kamatani. Looking like she was going to hit Tora, but ended up decking Sayaka Kamatani. And pretty much that did it. Natsuko Tora hitting the Death Valley Driver, hitting the Swanton, 1, 2, 3, pinning Sayaka Kamatani. Oedo Tai wins, and being that Sayaka Kamatani was the last one to be eliminated, that means the rest of her team must leave Queen's Quest, leaving Sayaka Kamatani the only standing member of Queen's Quest left. What many felt like Momo was going to turn on Oedo Tai, she pulled the swerve. She hinted at it in the middle of the match, then swerved us, ended up staying loyal. And if you ask me, can't say that I'm that surprised, especially you got to look back to the cage match. Saya had an opportunity to side with Momo and deck Utami, but she didn't. She stayed loyal. So I still kind of look at this as sort of payback. But yeah, Momo stayed loyal. But that was quite a nice swerve, especially considering she decked Natsuko Tora with the baseball bat during the match, like intentionally. So they really sold that plan well. And with that being said, Lady C, Hina, Miyu Amasaki, and Azumi are no longer with Queen's Quest. Of course, Tekla, Natsuko Tora, Momo Watanabe talked a lot of junk to a very heartbroken, sad Sayaka Kamatani, who was just in the ring, just in tears. And then they eventually left, and Saya was just kept apologizing. She felt like a failure. She ended up leaving. She took the Queen's Quest flag with her. And then something very interesting happened. Syuri comes out with some of the other God's Eye members and pretty much extends an open invitation for any of the former ladies of Queen's Quest to join God's Eye. But, we're not done there. Starlight Kid comes out with Mei Seira and Suzu Suzuki with her. And apparently the word is that Starlight Kid, Mei Seira, and Suzu Suzuki are forming a faction together and have extended an offer, looks like, to Azumi. And I guess maybe the others as well. I think Azumi and Miyu Amasaki, I don't know. But Azumi for sure. But yeah, Starlight Kid, Suzu Suzuki, Mei Seira starting their own faction now. That's interesting. That's a lot of high speed. A lot of high speed there. But Azumi's undecided right now. Although the former members had one last moment together, they did a group hug. But, you know, this is really crazy, y'all. I mean, you look at a lot of these ladies. I mean, Azumi, you know, is one of the longest reigning members of Queen's Quest. You know, it's the only faction she's ever been in. And now she's not a part of it anymore. I mean, same thing with Lady C. This was the first faction she was ever a member of. Miyu Amasaki as well. Hina. So, yeah, this was quite rough. Now, I understand a lot of folks are flipping out at President Taro Okada for this booking and whatnot. And my thing is, look, it was going to end up being one or the other. Face it. It was going to be one or the other. It was going to be either Oedo Tai or Queen's Quest. Can't have it both ways. We knew this was coming for one of these factions. Plain and simple as that. I know both factions are, have been, very long running, which I believe Queen's Quest has been the longest running faction out of the factions currently available, but still, one of these factions was going to take the hit. Plain and simple as that. So, we'll see what happens, but right now, Sayaka Kamitani is the only member of Queen's Quest. So, the faction isn't officially dead, but could it be? Could be. But we'll have to see what happens, because like I said, Azumi, Miyu Amasaki, Hina, Lady C, they're out of Queen's Quest. They can't get back in. They're out. So, and Sayaka Kamitani's all alone. And somewhere over in Marigold, Utami Hayashishita is like, well, not my problem anymore. So, yeah. It's just sad day for Queen's Quest. Sad day for Queen's Quest. But I'm very curious to see what happens with Azumi, Lady C, Miyu Amasaki, and Hina. We'll have to see what they end up doing. I mean, I could probably see Azumi joining Starlight Kid. Lady C, well, I mean, when you think about it, Cosmic Angels doesn't really have a power fighter. Unless they want to classify Yuna Mizumori as that. I mean, part of me could maybe see Lady C in Cosmic Angels. If not that, maybe EXV. Or she might just be unaffiliated for a while. Miyu Amasaki. To be honest, she could probably go to Stars or Cosmic Angels. Hina, I have not a clue. But yeah. We'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to see what happens. But anyway, let's keep it going. Let's go to our next match, which was a pretty big one. All right, we had the Wonder of Stardom Championship on the line as the champion, Sayaka defends against the Sendai Girls World Champion Mika Iwata. Great match. Like I said, both these ladies know each other well. They've had a rivalry. It was definitely hard hitting, definitely back and forth. But the big shocking surprise happened. I know I definitely did not see this coming. But Mika Iwata defeats Sayaka, pinning her after hitting the Rian. And ladies and gentlemen, Mika Iwata of Sendai Girls, current Sendai Girls World Champion, is now the Stardom Wonder of Stardom Champion. Wow. I did not expect that to happen. And then Sayaka just looks dejected. Natsupoi trying to talk sense to her, but she just she had no words and just no emotions. Like, Sayaka looked like a wreck. Because the whole thing was Natsupoi was like, Natsupoi was going to be the one to challenge Sayaka eventually. But Mika Iwata's the champ. But here's the thing. Word is Sayaka may be getting another shot, maybe getting a rematch for that title in a Sendai Girls ring. So, who knows? Maybe she'll win it back in Sendai Girls. That could happen. That could totally happen. But it'll be interesting to see what they do with Mika Iwata now that she's Wonder of Stardom champion. But it's crazy because now she has 2 belts. She has that and the Sendai Girls World Championship. So it's like, wow. That's big. That's big for her. But we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. But congratulations to Mika Iwata on becoming the new Wonder of Stardom champion. Totally didn't see that one coming, but hey. It is what it is. And then the main event of Stardom, the conversion, came down to this title match. The World of Stardom Championship on the line. As the champion, Micah defended against Xena, both stablemates of Empress Nexus Venus. This was overall an awesome match. I wish it could have been a little longer, but let me tell you, it was definitely hard hitting, and Micah's chest got jacked up. I mean, her chest might as well have matched the color of her World of Stardom Championship. That's how badly her chest got lit up with those chops from Xena. I mean, just, whew. Micah's chest pretty much matched her hair color. It was crazy. It was really, really crazy. But hard hitting, back and forth. And Xena looking great in the main event. She did really good. Really, really good. But Micah, it took a hammerlock Michinoku driver 2s after dropping her with 2 Michinoku drivers, like one just out of nowhere. But eventually put away Xena for the 1, 2, 3. Micah, still your World of Stardom champion. Great showdown there with her stablemate in the main event. Afterwards, Had a scuffle involving Oedo Tai, but it looks like Natsuko Tora wants a shot at the World of Stardom Championship. And then eventually Tomoka Inaba came down and got involved. And the thing is, she has a match with Micah on JTO. That's right, which I believe is June, not June. I believe it's July 15th. I think that's when that is. I'll have to look back at it. But Tomoka Inaba wants that match to be for the World of Stardom Championship. So, looks like that's being made official. So, yeah. Big opportunity for Tomoka Inaba, who's currently the Queen of JTO champion. So, just like Mika Iwata, looks like Tomoka Inaba will have an opportunity to get double gold. We'll see, though. I doubt it's going to happen. They had mentioned a couple of dates as well. So, let's see, July 27th and 28th. 27th, you got Stardom's Sapporo Wonder Rendezvous. On July 28th is Stardom Sapporo World Rendezvous. So, 2 shows there. They got an unnamed show on September 14th, an unnamed show on October 5th, and they announced the date for Stardom Dream Queendom 2024, which will be December 29th, and they announced the date for their first show in the year 2025, which will be Stardom New Year Dream 2025. That will be on January 3rd. They also did mention about the 5-Star Grand Prix as well, which we know 5-Star Grand Prix will start on August 10th, and the finals will be on August 31st. Let's see. They also did mention Historic Crossover 2, which will be November 17th, so we know that that's happening. Also, they have announced the first 4 matchups for the 5-Star Grand Prix that will happen on opening day, which you have Blue Stars A, Syuri versus Starlight Kid. Blue Stars B, Sayaka Kamatani versus Amisore. Ooh. Got quite a rivalry there, though. You know, Wonder of Stardom Championship rematch there. For Red Stars A, Micah versus Natsupoi. And Red Stars B, ooh, another showdown here. Mayu Iwatani versus Tam Nakano. So, some big name first matchups there to kick off the 5-Star Grand Prix. And don't forget, with July right around the corner, once July arrives, they're going to announce the other competitors for the blocks, which each block will have 3 more competitors that they have yet to announce. So it's another thing to keep in mind. So quite a lot to look forward to as the road to the 5-Star Grand Prix continues. Okay. But yeah, that's it for Stardom. So before we switch gears to Ice Ribbon, here's a quick word on the sponsor of this video, Game Beauty. As you continue to enjoy content here at Blitzball Champ Gaming, be sure you take a moment to check out Game Beauty. Beauty inspired by gaming. Game Beauty brings to you video game related makeup and cosmetic products. You have products such as eyeshadow palettes, elemental pearl highlighters, eyeshadow brushes, liquid eyeliner pens by Akideris, and even non-makeup products like graphic tees. They even have special collaboration makeup kits, such as this Persona 5 Heat Wave brush single Metaverse bundle, and even a Phantom Thieves limited edition makeup collection. Also remember that Game Beauty provides international shipping of $60 or more. And if you use the promo code BlitzballChamp, all in caps, you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to use that to your advantage. Now, back to your regularly scheduled video. Enjoy, and thank you. All right. Ice Ribbon After the Rain 2024. Very big show that took place this past June 23rd. This was at Corcoran Hall. We had 6 incredible matches, including 3 of them title matches. Oh yeah, this was quite a show. Definitely quite a show. Let's go ahead and jump right on into the action with the first match. Alright, first off, we had ourselves a tag team match. We had the team of Miria Koga and Yappy taking on the team of Misa Kagura and Arisa Shinose. Nice opening tag match to start off with. Definitely saw some great chemistry between Misa Kagura and Arisa Shinose. Thought they did really good together. But, you know, this was a pretty solid opening match to start the show off. And I have to say, I thought it was a very cool finish. And got a shout out to Miria Koga, displaying her fighting spirit. I mean, she got locked up in a couple of submissions throughout this match, but really showed her fighting spirit. But Arisa Shinose picking up the victory, hitting a nicely executed Shining Wizard on Miria, and then pinned her for the 1-2-3. So I was pretty surprised, but I liked the finish. Arisa Shinose, Misa Kagura picking up the victory in this opening tag team match. Kudos to Arisa Shinose, though. She looked good. She looked really good in this match. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, we're going to move on from tag team match to trios match. Check it out. Okay, we had ourselves a trio showdown between team number 1 made up of Asuka Fujitaki and the current International Ribbon Tag Team Champions of Yuna Manase and Totoro Satsuki. And they took on the trio of Tsukina Umino, Ancham, and Nane Furukawa. I have to say, this was actually a really great back and forth trios match. Both teams look really solid. And you know what? I definitely felt like they both had a good, evenly showcase of their offense. Nane Furukawa, she had a lot of submission attempts in this match. It was very interesting to see, and just a lot of power displayed, especially between Yuna Manase and Totoro Satsuki. Ancham really looked good in this match, as well as Tsukina Umino, which I haven't seen Tsukina Umino in quite a bit, so it was good to see her. But this was a solid match back and forth. I mean, both teams look really strong. A big victory for the second team, as Tsukina Umino was able to pin Totoro with a Hurricane Ranna pin. Of course, Nane Furukawa with the assist, hitting Totoro as she kind of had up Tsukina Umino like she was about to, I guess, set her up for the little pop-up powerbomb that she likes to do. But with that hit from Nane Furukawa, Tsukino Umino was able to transition it to a Hurricane Ranna pin, pinned her for the 1-2-3. So, big pin on Totoro Satsuki. So, Tsukino Umino, Nane Furukawa, and Anchan pick up the victory in this incredible trios match. Very enjoyable. All right. Let's move on to the final non-title match of the card. Check it out. All right, back to tag team action. As this time we had the team of Makoto and the Violence Queen of Arisa Nakajima taking on the team of Seiran and Yoshihiko Hasegawa. This was a pretty solid match. Definitely, I felt like the team of Makoto and Arisa Nakajima was a pretty dang on strong team. So, yeah, I wasn't that surprised with the finish. And don't get me wrong, Seiran put up a great effort, and, you know, kudos to her, especially after coming off a time limit draw at Stardom New Blood 13 against HANAKO. I did not expect that. But, you know, for this match, I definitely felt like Seiran and Yoshihiko Hasegawa were the underdog team. Which, you know, nothing wrong with that. They put up a pretty good fight for the most part. But Makoto finishing the match with a brutal submission. Like, she slapped that submission on Seiran. And, you know, at first it was a regular sleeper hold, which she eventually got out of. But when she tried again later, she then took her arm and kind of twisted it and kind of turned it into a modified sleeper hold with a little more pressure on the arm. And that, as soon as she switched to that, Seiran tapped out almost immediately. But yeah, Makoto with the submission victory, something I normally don't see. But Makoto with a submission victory over Seiran. So, yeah. Makoto and Arisa Nakajima with the victory. But, man, that was a brutal submission from Makoto. Man, just... Whew. Seiran tapped out just like that. It was crazy. All right. Now let's move into the first of 3 championship matches. Here we go. All right, we had a very special championship match. This was for the IWGP Women's Championship. As the champion, the icon of Stardom, Mayu Iwatani, defended against Tsukasa Fujimoto. Shout out to Yuji Nagata, who was there for the pre-match belt ceremony, which I thought that was pretty cool to see. This was a phenomenal match, which had an unfortunate ending. Had a very unfortunate ending. But both these ladies were going back and forth. I mean, just in prime form, trading kicks to the back, just trading strikes and big moves. Like, both of these ladies really went at it. Inside the ring, outside the ring. It was awesome. But unfortunately, a bad ending. As Tsukasa Fujimoto hit Mayu Iwatani with the Venus shot, that kind of like that springboard turnbuckle drop kick, single leg drop kick, that Venus shot. Unfortunately, with the way she landed, she had dislocated her right elbow. Now, while she's a trooper for continuing the match, she could not throw a punch or anything with that right arm, with that dislocated elbow. The referee checked on her, and, you know, even though she tried to continue, the referee decided to stop the match and award the victory of Mayu Iwatani. Now, could Tsukasa have finished that match on her own? Probably. But honestly, the referee made the right call. I mean, her elbow and arm was pretty much turned like the opposite way, and she was dangling it. Like, she couldn't even lift it. She couldn't lift it. So the referee made the right call. That was the right call in just stopping the match. Like, he instantly saw what was going on, and he did the right thing. So shout out to that referee for stopping the match. That was the right thing. And yeah, just really unfortunate for Tsukasa Fujimoto, because the match was going really well. Great showcase between these ladies, but hopefully in the future they'll run this one back. I would like to see them run this one back and see if we can get a legit winner. But hopefully Tsukasa Fujimoto will recover soon. But yeah, just an unfortunate finish, because this match was going really well. But kudos to the referee for making the right call. But Mayu retains the IWGP Women's Championship due to referee stoppage. All right. Next up, we had the Triangle Ribbon Championship on the line. As the champion, Yuki Mashiro defended against Unagi Sayaka and Mei Seira. Now, I don't find it surprising that Unagi Sayaka and Mei Seira kind of, went face to face and kind of, taunted and, stepped to each other. But, I felt like they did their, shared offense against Yuki Mashiro quite a bit throughout this match. But all three ladies looked really good. And, this match was very entertaining. And it was really good to see Mei Seira do her thing. I know she mostly referees, but it looks like every now and then she may compete in a match. So this was one of them. But, Mei Seira still looks great, even in ring competition. But I was really shocked with the finish. So Yuki Mashiro was actually able to pin Mei Seira. She did almost kind of like a roll-up. It kind of made me think of like a variation of the Lamaji Strong to a degree. But yeah, she was able to roll her up for the 1-2-3, pinning Mei Seira. And Yuki Mashiro, still your Triangle Ribbon champion. But yeah, that was a pretty surprising finish. I would have thought maybe Unagi Sayaka would have gotten pinned, but dang, Mio got pinned. It's crazy. But hey, it was pretty enjoyable. It was a pretty enjoyable match. Okay, and then the main event of Ribbon After the Rain 2024 came down to the top prize. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the finals of the Ice Cross Infinity Championship Tournament, as the vacant title was on the line. Your finalists came down to Hamuko Hoshi versus Yuri. Now, this was a great match from start to finish. Definitely quite a clash between these two, who have both held this title before. Yuri held it once. Hamuko has held it twice. So, both are familiar with the scenario. But both ladies look great. It was a good, clean main event, just back and forth. Both ladies did a great job and definitely showed why they are in the finals. But Yuri was able to secure her second Ice Cross Infinity Championship after hitting 2 Swanton bombs onto Hamuko Hoshi and then covering her for the 1-2-3. So Yuri not only has won the tournament, but she is your new two-time Ice Cross Infinity champion. So congratulations to Yuri. I hope that this run is longer than her first run, because her first run wasn't that long. Her first run wasn't that long. But after the match, it looks like Tsukina Umino looks like she made the challenge. So it looks like she wants a shot at the Ice Cross Infinity Championship. Now, I know there's a lot of folks out there that complained that this was the main event and not the IWGP Women's Championship main event. I really don't know why folks are shocked. Like, did y'all really expect that to be the main event, even though that's a title that's not from that promotion? Like, y'all do realize they just had an Ice Cross Infinity tournament to determine the finalists for the vacant Ice Cross Infinity Championship. So, duh, of course they're going to have that championship match as the main event. Like, the Ice Cross Infinity Championship is the top prize in Ice Ribbon. The show was an Ice Ribbon show. So, I really don't know why folks are mad that this was the main event and not the IWGP Women's Championship. I mean, it's kind of obvious. I'm just saying. I'm just doing simple math. But to each their own. Overall, great show. Really great show. Like I said, speedy recovery for Tsukasa Fujimoto. Congratulations to Yuri on becoming a two-time Ice Cross Infinity champion. But yeah, two great shows this past weekend with Stardom the Conversion and Ice Ribbon's Ribbon After the Rain 2024. So really great weekend for pro wrestling. I know for upcoming for this week, we all know that Forbidden Door, AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door is Sunday, June 30th. So we got that to look forward to. But anyway, that'll do it for this video. Don't forget to check out Game Beauty. And let me know what y'all thought of both of these shows. What did you think about Stardom, the Conversion? What did you think about Ribbon After the Rain 2024? Let me know your thoughts. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the YouTube Tube. My name is Jason Ingram. Y'all have a blessed week. I'll see y'all in the next video and or live stream. Peace out.